What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal, people? I hope you're having a blessed night, day, afternoon, whenever you come across this message. It's 6 something in the morning. I'm literally on no sleep since yesterday, 11 o'clock. Yesterday was an interesting day and night. And like my title says, speaking my truth, speaking my truth, and exposing people for what they did to me is putting me in danger. I believe in my God and I know I'm very protected, but it's like I literally live in the same building where people are doing shit. I literally live next to and under people who are trying to hurt me and harm me. So speaking my truth is putting me in danger. Because where I'm at, to the I have no support. There's no one who got my back over here. To my knowledge, I don't know. I haven't seen anybody speak up for me, stand up for me. So in my eyes, I'm fighting for myself. Even the person that knows I'm going through shit is not really doing much to help me. And I don't really want him to put himself in the middle of it anymore because it doesn't matter. If he goes upstairs or whatever, people are still going to do the same thing. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with my lip, but there's something wrong with my top lip. It feels funny. I don't feel no cup or nothing, but it just feels funny. But yeah, like, I don't know. For the past few days, I've been on some I don't give a fuck. I'm exposing people. I'm yelling and shouting at the top of my lungs. That's what I've been doing in my area. I'm about to share my Facebook page, probably in the comment section, because I can easily go live in my Facebook. So I do a lot of story times on my Facebook. And I post about what's currently happening to me. Because I don't got 1,000 viewers yet, so I can't go live directly from my mobile phone. And so I'm not gonna lie. I've been holding back a lot of emotions, a lot, just to stay strong, right? But I'm not gonna lie. I am very bothered, or I'm starting to get very bothered now. I mean, don't get it twisted. It's making me more motivated, but it's also making me more aggressive. And I don't want to be in that mode. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's because God wants me in this aggressive mode, or not. But when I tell you, I'm literally screaming at the top of my, this is why I sound the way I sound. I'm literally screaming at the top of my lungs about the injustice that has been done to me and who has been doing it to me, and giving names and shouting at the top of my lungs. I walk outside and I'm shouting, and I don't care if people see me as crazy. I'm to the point where my mind, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm tired of being played with. I'm tired of my energy being fucked with. I'm tired of my family being fucked with. I really am. And it's like, I'm going to stay humble. I'm going to stay strong. You know, I have the right to complain. You know what I'm saying? I have the right to break down once in a blue moon. It doesn't make me weak, you know? But it's like, I can't even cry in my own house, because if my upstairs neighbors hear me cry, they automatically want to fucking stop stomping and try to siphon somebody's energy. So I couldn't even have a breakdown if I wanted to. Because they feel the need to feel like they gotta fucking tap in, instead of leaving me the fuck be. They waiting for me to go to sleep right now. I just feel like I had to interject because I hear a little stomping, because he feels like he hears. I'm not crying, if that's what you're thinking. He assumes I'm crying, so he came out here to do a little. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. Maybe I'm tripping, and maybe they're not bothering me, but I know they fucking with me. It's like they listening. They waiting for me to go to sleep, just so they could fucking do some spell work over me, and fuck with me. It's like, leave me alone already. Like, what the fuck you don't understand? Go to sleep and leave me be. No, confirmation, the birds. If you could hear that. I live in the ghetto. My window's towards the back, and it be sounding like I'm gonna look outside and see a tree full of birds, with the amount of bird chatter that comes in the back of this building. There is so much gossip in this area. It's not even funny. Also, I wanted to earlier, just a little while ago, before I jumped on the live, which is what made me want to do the live. To whoever, and you know who you are. I don't know if you watch my channel. Most likely you do. To whoever you are that telepathically speaks to me, and gives me strength, like you just did before I jumped on this video, because I heard you. I just want to say thank you. I heard you. I'm really tired of this shit. You don't understand. I just want peace. I want to be happy already. I'm tired of getting bothered. I'm tired of being put in danger. I'm tired of people fucking with my sleep, not letting me sleep, waiting for me to go to sleep so they could do something. I'm tired of my life being threatened. And I'm tired of people trying to come for me. Just leave me the fuck alone. What the fuck I ever did to you? That you try to take my life. Take me away from my child. You already took my child away from me. You know, you really trying to take my life away from my child. Or you trying to take my child too. Put a spell work on my child. Yo, I don't care if I cry or not, but I'm gonna share some of my story. I'm gonna talk about my last 3 relationships because this is the energy. These are the energies that they're talking about. Is probably my last 3 relationships. Not only my past, but really my last 3 relationships. The ones really heavy in my energy. Besides, and besides this person from my past, besides 2 people from my past, like my childhood, there's 2. I would say 2 people from my childhood that I know wanted to be with me, right? So I know there's 2 people from my childhood that wanted to be with me. And then my last 3 relationships. So 5 dudes I know. I know off the hand 5 dudes that I know that want to be with me or wanted to be with me. However, I'm not going to say wanted, that want to be with me. I'm going to keep it funky. They want to be with me. Well, I don't know about one of them because I don't talk to none of these people except for my ex-boyfriend my recently ex-boyfriend. And like I say recently because it's been about 5, 6 years, 7 years since we were in a relationship, but so hi, let me start with the Scorpio male. I already told the story about him, but I deleted the video. So we're gonna talk about the Scorpio guy. The sun is Scorpio. I think he's a Scorpio sun and an Aries moon, if I'm not mistaken. So I think he's a Scorpio sun and an Aries moon. And this dude was younger than me. I met him when I first had my son, a few months, like literally a few months, like a month or 2 after I had my 3 months, 2, 3 months after I had my son. And I'm gonna keep it real. After I had my son, I was still chilling, like if I didn't have a baby. And I'm not gonna lie. I was still hanging around. I was still hanging out. Like I didn't have a baby. Like I didn't just give birth. You know what I'm saying? I had mad people in and out of my house all the time. Right. As soon as I had my apartment, I always had somebody about. And people on that block probably thought I was a hoe because I used to hang around with a lot of niggas. I smoked. I still smoke now, obviously. So I smoked. So I had a lot of guy friends that would come and chill and smoke. You know what I'm saying? Some of them I used to talk to. Some of them, they were just friends, right? I also have females coming to my house, you know, saying, but I had a lot of guy friends. Like I mentioned this before. So then I finally meet this guy on my block, right? I meet this guy on my block walking to the store. I was walking to the store with my son in a carriage. I was walking in the store to get a blunt. I was walking in the store to get a Dutch to roll for my blunt. And the dude stopped me, started talking to me, blah, 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 blah. Either way, I don't know. We end up talking. We end up chilling. He ends up coming over, chilling. We smoke. You know, we friends. You know, we end up being smoking buddies and shit like that. I found him cool and shit. And then we start dating. We end up fucking and shit, you know. Blase, blase, blah. And this, the reason why I liked him because he seemed like he was smart, you know, he seemed like he was a smart dude, even though he was young. And he was very talented. Like he could draw. Like he could sit there and look at you and draw a portrait of you. I don't have it anymore. I don't know if my mother has it. I don't know if my mother has it. But there was a portrait of my son that he drew. I don't think I got it anymore, but you know, he was a talented person. He was a hustler. You know, I that's what I liked about him. It wasn't not even about the looks. I mean, he reminded me a little bit of Method Man, a little bit. But I was attracted to his mind, his intellect. Like I found him very I his art, him being artistic and smart was what attracted me to him. I like people who are smart. I like I'm a, let me put it this way. I don't want to sound like I'm a person that's a vain vanity because I'm really not. Because I fucked with some ugly ass dudes. Let me tell you that, okay? I've had sex with a guy with a cleft nose. Okay, I've had sex with fat dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. If you cool and you're smart, I'm attracted to your brain. I'm not really. It's not a. Like I'm not. I like looks. Yeah, don't get me twisted. Don't get it twisted. I want an attractive man I could stare at. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about back in the days, like when I was young. I didn't have. I'm like I didn't wasn't I wasn't really picky. Like I wasn't like not that I wasn't picky because I was picky, but like I wasn't the type of person to because there was something wrong with you or you had a body disfigurement. I'm still like that. You know, I'm not even gonna lie. Because you have some type of body disfigurement or something, it's not gonna make me not like you. If you're smart and you have respect and you respect me, I'm that's what I like. You know what I'm saying? Eventually a person is going to end up falling in love with a person even if a person is not that attractive. They'll end up being attractive to that person because that person is treating them right. You know, sometimes people be like, how can that person be with that person? Because that person is treating them right. Okay, that's why. But don't get it twisted. I'm not even gonna lie. Now I want somebody I can stare at. He ain't gotta be all that good looking, but I want somebody I can stare at. And stare at somebody that I there is somebody that I enjoy staring at. So you know, we might be friends, but hey, I still stare at his ass. He's still attractive to me, you know. But anyway, so back to this dude that I was talking about before. Not the one that said that's still attractive I should be having her kids removed or something, right? And she was a Cancer too, like me. Maybe it's her. She had red hair too, like me, right? But then again, all right, we're gonna. What's funny is maybe she's the one with the red hair that I was supposed to watch for. Cause when I first moved into my apartment, I think I said this story already. My house was cleansed by one of my mother's friends in the family. She's a friend of the family. May she rest in peace. She passed away not too long ago, and her name is Zeno. Tilly. Her name, what we call her Zeno. A very nice lady. She will be missed. But she was a spiritualist. And when I moved into my apartment, she cleansed my home. And before she walked out the door, she said, "Be careful. Be careful with a woman with red hair. Be careful with a woman with red hair." And that I was going to have another baby. And when she said I was going to have another baby, I asked her, "Am I keeping it?" That's exactly what I asked her. And this second child that I would have had didn't get kept. And no, it didn't. So I guess I knew my answer before already. Anyway, so, but the chick Wendy, she was a Cancer too, and she has red hair. And he was my man, and she fucked him. She fucked him, and she called me, and she told me about it. Like, it was cool. Because she's a whore. She was a whore, and I knew she was a hoe. I don't even know why I sent him over there in the first place. And the only reason why I sent him over there was because he wasn't even supposed to be in my house. My son was already removed. Like I said, I don't know why I was still fucking with this man. I don't know why I was still. I don't know why. I probably was under a spell. Because what person will still continue fucking with a man when your child is hurt and he's the only one in the house? There's nobody else but him, and your child gets hurt. You weren't in the house unless he let somebody else in to hurt my child. You know what I'm saying? But I walked to the store. Let me get to the story. Anyway, so before I get to the whole my son getting hurt and shit, this nigga used to abuse me, beat on me and shit like that. There was one time that he was hitting he there was one time that he was hitting me. And when I tell you he was hitting me, I don't mean he was hitting. He was stomping on me. Okay? When I say stomping, I mean with his feet, stomping on me, kicking me. And you know what he was saying while he was stomping on me? Literally trying to bash my head in? That he loved me. This is what he was saying. "I love you." While he was beating me. That's not love. Somebody that beats on you. There was another time. God. There was another time we got into an argument, and this was outside. And he punched me in my face, and he made my nose bleed. Like he did something to my nose when my nose started spraying blood, like oh my god, I can't believe I can't believe I experienced these things. Just talking about it, it's like wow, I actually went through these things. It's like half of these things it's like I didn't even remember them until I started talking about them. There was another time that he tried to make me an accomplice to a crime 2 times. Twice. He tried to make me an accomplice to a crime. This nigga tried to have me locked up. Or whoever maybe he was sent to. I'm starting to think that this nigga was sent in my life as well. Oh, also, ay, ay, ay. Also, right? When he first started beating on me, I stopped fucking with him. Like I have a child. You're not gonna beat on me. I don't fuck with niggas that beat on me. So I stopped fucking with him. I stopped fucking with him either because he was hitting me, or no, he wasn't hitting me yet. He wasn't beating on me. I stopped fucking with him because I caught him cheating. Like literally in the street. He was walking. You supposed to be my man. You got bitches calling my phone and my house phone. And I catch you in the street with another bitch. I deaded you. Do you know this nigga was stalking me on my in my block? This is what I'm saying. This is not the first time I'm going through this. This is not the first time people are stalking me. This is not the first time people are spreading rumors. This is not the first time that this is happening. And not at all. This is why before I was confused because I'm like, is it this block? Is it the old block? What block is it? You know what I'm saying? And it's every block I've lived on. There's been groups of people from each block that I moved on that has tried to come for me. But we're not gonna get into that because that's not what we're talking about. So let's finish with the Scorpio male, Scorpio sun, Aries moon, boyfriend that I had, this domestic violence relationship that I had. Okay, so we got the whole beating and all that shit. Then my son gets removed because my son gets hurt, right? So my son gets hurt, and I find my son. This is what happens. I had to go get milk for my son because I was out of milk, and I trusted this man that it would slept with me in my bed that would help me. He would help me with my son. This is why I didn't think he would hurt my son, because this man helped me with my son. My son was a baby. So he was helping me with a baby, right? Why would I think he's gonna hurt my son? All I know is I go to the store, my son, I go to the store, right? My son need milk. I come back, I look at my son's clothes, and my son got fucking holes in his clothes. Tear holes in his clothes. Then later on, I look at my son throughout the day, like why my son's clothes is ripped. Like his onesie was torn. Okay? Torn. Then I look at my son's body, and my son's body look like he got burn marks on it. or he got marks on his body. So you know what I do? The only smart mother, the only concerning mother to do is take her child to the doctor to find out what's wrong with her child, because her child got spots on the body and she don't know why her child has spots on their body. From there, it was a wrap. From there, my son was taken from me. My son, I don't know what the fuck happened to my son. My son ended up having marks in his body to the whole left. I don't know if it was the left side or the right side, but my son's left side or right side, his head began to swell and his eye began to close shut. I see this happening to my child and I take my child to the doctor. What is happening to my child? My son has spots on his body. His head is getting swollen. His eye is shutting. What's going on? I didn't do this. Or maybe it happened when he fell on the floor. Because there was one time I fell asleep trying to put my son back to sleep and he did fall on the floor. I woke up because I heard a big thump. So maybe it was my fault. You know what I'm saying? But kids fall off the fucking bed all the time. Why the fuck my son had to have an injury like that? I don't know if it was my fault or not. You know what I'm saying? All I know is that I didn't abuse my child. I didn't hurt my child. But they treated me like if I did. Oh, and another thing, when my son was in the hospital with his face all swollen, this nigga beats me in front of the hospital while I'm taking my son to go get checked. He beats me in front of the hospital. I'm telling you, I've been through some shit. So in that process, my son gets removed. I get accused of abusing my son. They put me in jail. Like I was in Rikers. Then they took me to the Rikers in Queens for all women. Put me in protective custody. Like if I abused my child. I was out within 24 hours or less than 24 hours, but it don't matter. The fact that my son got abused, I got abused. They accused me of hurting my son. I was put through hell. I want to cry. I don't even want to talk about this shit. I was treated like if I hurt my child. They wanted to lock me up like if I beat my child. Then I had a faulty lawyer. I swear to God, everything that they're talking about, this is what I know is my story. I know it's my story. And this shit is like, it's like a repeat. These people is like, they follow. I think some of these people literally follow me from my past. They've been following me and fucking my life up in the past. They don't want to leave me alone. But anyway, so I gotta go through criminal court. Like I was literally in criminal court. Then I was in family court trying to fight for my rights, get my son back. They had me going to probation. They had me doing urine tests, drug tests. They had me fucking going to programs for drug addicts, and I wasn't a drug addict. I was surrounded by drug addicts, like real bad, heavy drug addicts, and I didn't do drugs. I smoked bud, and I'm surrounded by crackheads and cokeheads. I'm not saying that it was bad because these people were in it was a recovery center, but like I was sitting around people that were like addicts for real, and I wasn't an addict. I wasn't addicted to weed, but because my urine came up intoxicated with marijuana, and marijuana back in the day was such a, oh my god, it's so bad for you. It's a gateway drug. It's gonna make you do other things. Like I've been smoking marijuana since the age of 16, and it hasn't made me want to do any other drug but smoke more marijuana. I've tried other drugs like pill wise. I've tried an ecstasy. I've tried a tab. I've tried Molly. That's about it. I will never sniff coke. I will never put anything. I don't even like to stick the nasal nasogen thing for stuffy nose in my nose. I wouldn't fucking sniff coke. Like I can't even breathe now because I'm fucking was tearing a little bit. I would never stick anything in my nose. And I don't like needles, so I would never inject myself. I don't even look at the doctor when they're taking my blood in my arm. So they had me in a program. I did everything. When I tell you this dude destroyed my life, he took my first child from me. I didn't even get this. I don't want to talk about this, yo. I really don't. Because people don't understand. They took away my child. I was still in my child's life, but they took me away from my child. I couldn't be a mother to my son. And I would have been a great mom. Because I am a great mom. They didn't allow me to love my child the way my child was supposed to be loved. They didn't allow me to raise my child the way my child was supposed to be raised. Maybe everything was supposed to happen for a reason, and maybe things happen for a reason. Everything always happens for a reason, and I came to this understanding, and I understand it now. But if I was somebody that didn't understand this, 444 as I say this, then I will still be a very depressed person. These tears will hurt, will give me pain and put me in depression. But I don't cry because I'm hurt. I'm crying because it's a memory, and it's a memory that hurts. And it's my child. And for me to sit here and think that people cast this spell work over me and my children, and my other children, my child. Why? What did we do to you? We didn't do nothing. But you trying to take us out. You trying to take my son. You trying to kill my son before he was born. You trying to kill my child. And me, I have dealt with this all by myself. And me sitting here listening to these readings, it's like, wow. Now I sit here and think about everything that I went through, and it's like, wow. I didn't cry before. I wasn't shedding no tears before. But as I sit here and think about everything in my life, it's like, wow, motherfuckers was really trying to come for me. And my child. Both of us. They didn't even want my son to be born. I had a rough pregnancy. I was still pregnant on my due date. I was supposed to give birth July 26th. I didn't give birth July 26th. In the month of July, I was moving into an apartment, pregnant, me and my mother. I'm pregnant, 8 months, 9 months pregnant. And I'm moving furniture and shit. And moving into an apartment before my son gets born. And my son went from a lot of kicking to a little bit of kicking, which got me concerned. We went to the hospital. And my son had no fluid in his sac. I had to have a C-section because there was no fluid in my son's sac. They were trying to suffocate my child while my child was in my stomach. They were trying to kill my child while he was literally 8 months, 9 months to be about to be born. They was trying to kill him. God bless my son before he could see the light of day out of the air to earth. I had a very difficult pregnancy. I did not want to dilate. I felt very violated. Mad doctor was all up in my shit, throwing all types of balloons to make me open. I'm having contractions, not knowing I'm having contractions. I'm just in a lot of fucking pain. And motherfuckers have to still cut me open. And I caught an infection after the C-section. So I was really sick after I gave birth to my son. So you know what's that, to go through a delivery like that, then to meet a man that you think he's gonna care for you. You invite him into your world and he beats on you and your child and gets your child removed. Do y'all know what I experienced? You don't even know what I experienced being pregnant. I know I'm jumping, but it's part of the story because it's just part of my story. Well, I had a very difficult pregnancy. Okay. We're gonna talk about my baby daddy real quick. The other Scorpio man in my life, which is my son's father. He is a Scorpio. He's another one that I messed with him off of intellect because he was a very smart person. He was into electronics, gadgets, the computers. He was very computer literate. He was very smart, but he was not attractive at all. He wasn't cute. He was ugly. I'm not even gonna lie. He was short, he was very skinny, and he was just he reminded me like a snake. He was not attractive. I'm not even gonna lie. The only thing that was attractive about him was his eyes. He had nice eyes, but that's it. And he was smart. Again, I liked him because he was smart. What's funny is I met I met my baby daddy through a chat line. And I say that. My son's father, I met him through a chat line. And I realized, and we were friends. It was somebody that we was cool. Somebody I was talking to on the phone. And I didn't realize that he lived really, really close to me. I was living in my grandmother's house at the moment. Of course, I wasn't pregnant, right? So I was living at my grandmother's, and he literally lived right across the street. He literally lived right across the street. So I said, you know what? Why not? Why not have a friend that I could just go across the street and chill with? I did it. He didn't smoke. I smoked though. He didn't smoke. I was a smoker. He wasn't a smoker. And to be honest, like the sex was whack. It was whack. It wasn't good. He had a pencil dick, is what I call him. He had a pencil dick, and I think he's the one I think my baby daddy is homo on the low, because now that I think about it, the nigga will want to fuck me in the ass a lot, and I do not fuck in the ass. He tried to violate me and fuck me in my butt. Yeah. So I think he might be the one that's gay. And the nigga, when I had my apartment, when I moved in my apartment, that I was talking about when I met this guy, the guy that abused me, my baby father, I think, popped up once or twice. And I think he thought that because I had his baby, that I was supposed to fuck him, that he was gonna have access to pussy because I had his baby. Nigga, you don't do nothing for your son, so you don't get no pussy access. Maybe if you did something for your child, then maybe you would have had some type of access, because I wasn't in a relationship. I wasn't fucking nobody, so maybe you would have had some type of relationship, sexually wise, if he was taking care of his child. But he didn't take care of his child. He denied his child. Popped up maybe once or twice when after my son was born. I left him with my son one time so I could pick up some money because I didn't have no money for Pampers. And I come back to my son is crying, and he's not comforting my child. He's not doing nothing. He's just staring at my child and letting my child cry. He's not doing nothing. Like, get the fuck out of my house if you're not gonna know how to take care of a baby. You don't let the fucking baby cry like that. It's a newborn. You fucking comfort it, you bitch. And there was another time he popped out my house, and my uncle was living with me at the time, and my uncle did not know who he was. My uncle told me there was somebody at the door. I'm like, who the fuck it is? And he pops up, talk about he got a car. He's got his mother's car, some shit there. Hold the phone. Hold up. I know I'm talking about one Scorpio man, but now I'm thinking about baby daddy. I left him in my house one time. Alone. My child. I'm trying to figure out what Scorpio man put the cameras in my house. The one that was living with me or the baby daddy. But anyway, so yeah. I just lost track of what I was saying. So yeah, so that yeah. He popped up that's like twice, and then that's it. Like maybe he thought he was coming for pussy, but he wasn't getting none. And then I think I seen him. I seen him another time. I was taking a computer course class. I was taking a computer training class, right? And I came downstairs with my friend, and this was on 125th Street, right on the corner. There was a program that was going on. It was a computer program that was going on. It was right off on 125th Street, right off next to the train station, right across the street from where Pathmark used to be on 125th. And I came outside to smoke a cigarette because I smoked cigarettes back then. And I came outside to smoke a cigarette. And who I see my sperm. I call him the sperm donor because he's not my son's father. He's SD. I call him SD, sperm donor. So I see the sperm donor. And the sperm donor got a big, bright, cheesy smile on my face like he's excited to see me. And I'm looking at him like, nigga, I don't know why you happy to fucking see me. Like, no. Like, I'm not, there's no joy. Like, nigga, you got a child. You abandoned my child. You didn't want to do nothing with my child. So I gave him another chance. I gave him my number. I gave him a chance to see. And you know what he did? I put him on the phone with my son, and he said nothing. He didn't say nothing at all. So I said, you know what? Yeah, no. Don't call my phone. Don't do shit. You fucking, my son is on the phone waiting for you to say something, and you're not saying anything. So that's what I put an end to. Yeah, no. And then maybe he's the one that sent. I don't know. I'm about to start putting two and two together. I'm trying to figure out what Scorpio man put cameras in my house, and it's not this house. They was probably trying to put cameras in here, but they couldn't. I don't know. We about to get down to the nitty gritty, because I need to know. Because there's too many people doing a lot of shit, and I don't want to be making no false accusations over here. But I believe in everything that I'm saying, and there's no coincidences to what's going on. I got upstairs neighbors that bothering me. The lady downstairs passed away. I know I'm jumping way out of what the heck I'm supposed to be talking about, but I'm just saying. And now my upstairs neighbors is doing something. So yeah. So yep. So I just talked about two Scorpio men, the two Scorpio guys in my life. Instead of making it about one, I'm gonna title this the karmic Scorpios males in my life. Yeah. And let me see what else I could add to this. Because I'm talking about the both of them. We're gonna go back to the artist. We got the baby daddy and then the artist. Okay? That's how we're gonna label them. Excuse me. So the dude that beat on me and got my son removed, I really truly believe there was a spell on me, because even after I moved, was I still in that apartment? I don't even know. All I know is that after my son was taken from me and all that, I was still fucking with homeboy. Even after I moved. Yeah. Was it? No, I was still fucking with him. I don't even know. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm starting not to remember now. I don't know if it was after I moved or not. That's besides the point from the area. But after my son was removed from me, I still was fucking with him. Like, I don't know why. Like, me in my right mind, I wouldn't fuck with someone that I think abused my son, because I really believe he hurt my son. So I don't know why I would still mess with him. So that shows me that somebody was putting a love spell on me. Or maybe I was a stupid fool and actually cared for him. I don't know. I care for everybody I'm not gonna lie. Anybody that I'm with, I care for, because I know there's something that you need help with, and that's all I see in people. I really do. You could be fucked up to me. You know how many times I've been so. Let me tell you something. People could be real grimy for me, real grimy to me, and I know you're grimy to me. And if I know that you have like some type of good in you, like something in you, I'm gonna try my fucking hardest to pull that shit out of you. I really am. I've always been like this. I try to get people who are not in the right path to be on the right path. And I think I've always been like this. I always get people to see the people around them and their surroundings. I always do. I always do, especially if I care for you and I know that you got shitty ass friends and people around you. I end up telling you the truth. Whether it hurts you or not, because that's me. I'm gonna be honest. Because I care. Because I want people to be, because I care, because I want people to heal. Because I want people to understand that not everybody they can trust. I've always been like this now that I'm noticing. I'm noticing now. Now that I think about how I used to act back then. But anyway, I keep jumping and I always do this. I end up talking about some other shit and I never stay on track to what the fuck I'm supposed to be talking about. But anyway, yeah, so like I said, I don't know, for some reason I would still fuck with him. And he moved to like many places. Like he was living with this one kid that lived in with this one guy that lived, I think Finley or something like that, in the Bronx. That's why this area, this is why this area where I live at now, it looks so familiar, because the nigga used to live not too far from over here. The nigga grew up in the projects in Weeks Avenue. So he knows people. I know he knows people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I even had even later in the day, there was a girl that emailed me asking me if there's something wrong with him, because that she was about to marry him, and that he was talking a bunch of crazy shit, and she wants to know if he's crazy. And I told her the truth. I told her, I was like, listen, my experience wasn't with him. With him was not a good one. I was beat on. My son was hurt and removed. So that's how I told her, that's on you if you stay with that man. But me, he hurt me. So I was like, he's sick. He's bipolar or something. I found out that nigga had to be on Seroquel. When I did my research and found out what Seroquel was used for, it said that shit is an antipsychotic. I was like, oh no. And I found this out by his mother. His mother slipped up and said something about some fucking Seroquel. Be vegan like you. Where that came from? Hey, but where be vegan like me came from? Is that gonna help me with what's going on? Be vegan. That was funny. So yeah, man. So I ended up finding about that he was on some medication, and when I found out that he was on this medication, and when I did my research, I started asking him why was he on this medication. That's when I started getting the story that he used to be in a don't try to be over don't try to be over smart. Who you talking to? You came in the chat talk about be vegan like me, and now you're trying to say don't be over smart. I'm not even gonna pay attention to you because I'm starting to think that you're a troll. So anyway, like I was saying, um, be vegan. I'm asking what being vegan is going to help me with. I've tried being vegan, but I like certain meats. I don't eat meat all the time, but I do eat chicken. I don't eat too much beef. I don't eat pork. I don't eat lamb. Shut. You need to shut. What are you talking about? I don't even know. Shut you up. Shut up. You shut up. You shut your mouth. Only will eyes go blind 100,044,000 times. You throwing any negativity towards me, you're gonna receive karma, baby. So I expect you to leave right now if you don't want karma to bite you in your ass for coming on this chat. You shut. You think you're bothering me? You're not really bothering me, honey bunny. Because all you're doing is the police that's watching my page is gonna find you. Because I'm being watched by the police. So you trolling my page, you just got yourself caught for being a troll, stupid. Congratulations. Now you don't want to talk now, right? I thought so. Ay, ay. The talking stops as soon as you tell them your page is being watched by the police for being a troll. Now they're going to track your IP address and find you, stupid. Now who has shut up? You have shut up, haven't you? Who was trying to be over smart? You were trying to be over smart to me, huh? Now look at you. You still watching me, but you're not talking. You're not even speaking proper English. If you're gonna stalk me and if you're gonna troll me, make sure you're writing proper sentences in one complete sentence. Do you speak English? Do you know how to write proper English? And I'm not even gonna block you because I fucks with people like you. I snap back. No, I don't need to report you. The police is watching my page. So you being tracked. Your IP is gonna be tracked and they're gonna find out who you are. I don't need to block you. I need to just leave you so you can stay talking and trolling me. Because what you came on my channel for. You need to take your precautions. You don't need to take no precautions. You shouldn't have came over here talking about somebody shut up. Go to sleep or go have a productive day. Stop jumping on people's channels and trying to be a troll and you're not even speaking proper you're not even speaking proper English. You're gonna receive consequences from the God. You coming over here disturbing my conversation, telling me to shut up. Mind your business. If you don't want to listen to my story, then get off my channel. Why the fuck you on here for? So bye. All evil eyes go blind. Karma's gonna come for you too, boo. God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly. Anyway, like I was saying, you be vegan. You stay vegan. Okay? Be vegan. You telling me to be vegan and then telling me to shut up. And then calling me stupid. Stop talking to me. You handsome and charming. Good for you. I'm not interested. You're a weirdo. You must be bored early in the morning at 8 o'clock. Like I was saying, my story about the Scorpio, karmic Scorpios. So yeah, this person, he was a trip. And I believe that when I was in the relationship, my last relationship, this ex that I currently still live in his house, when we first in the relationship, I could have swore I seen him on like literally not too far from where I live with his girlfriend, and I think it was the same girl that messaged me and was asking about him, that if he's crazy or something. And I know it was him because I walked past the dude and the way I felt, like I got anxious and nervous, and I knew it was him. And he looked back, so I was like, wow. So yeah, this is not my story with the Scorpio man in my life in the past, the sperm donor and the the abuser. I'm not even gonna call him an artist because he was my abuser. My first domestic violence relationship. Yeah, man. Those were not good experiences, and I would never, ever, 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 ever fuck with a man like that ever again. And I will never fuck with him again. And what's funny is like, what we in the year we in 2023. So in 2021, I'ma say around September, October, right before his birthday. Right before his birthday, um, sometime in November, this dude sends me a message out of nowhere, right? Oh, wait, I'm skipping. Excuse me, I'm skipping the story. Wait a minute. Now I'm remembering some more of the story. Let me not skip the story. This nigga got locked up. I remember when I was before I moved too. Before I moved out of my apartment that I had, where he was staying with me, he got locked up, and I remember going to visit him at Rikers. I remember this. I remember this. Yep. Yeah. I remember that. And then he got out. I don't remember what happened when he got out. And then I don't know. And then after that, and then the only reason why he got removed out of my life is because he got locked up again. He got locked up again because he fucking spazzed out in a store or something, and the cops arrested him or whatever. Huh? You a Scorpio man? I tell your friends to be vegan. You a Scorpio man? You a Scorpio moon? You don't like what? What don't you like? Huh? Or you'll bear what consequences of God? First of all, I need you to do something. You see what you're doing right here, where you're telling people you're jumping on somebody's page, telling them to be vegan, or you're gonna bear the consequences of God. You're about to bear the consequences of God because you are not God, and you are no one to judge. And this is your test. This is where you have to understand you're being tested, honey bunny. Where in the Bible that you're reading, the proper Bible, or where do you feel in your heart that you're supposed to judge people, whether they eat meat or not, if they're vegan or not? It says only God can judge. So who are you to reap any consequences or tell anybody they're going to bear consequences from God if they don't become a vegan? You right now are sitting there passing judgment on somebody, telling them that they're going to be damned by God if they continue to eat meat. Not everybody is supposed to be a vegan. You need to understand that. And people can eat meat. You're not supposed to eat pork. That's what you're not supposed to eat. It's pork. That it's too late when it comes to eating meat. People have already been accustomed to eating meat. But now it's about how you call it, proportioning the amount of meat that you eat. That's what it is. Because not everything is good for you either, and not everything is bad for you. Animals don't run on batteries, and neither do humans. We don't run on batteries either. So don't tell me otherwise. You are no one to judge anybody by telling anybody that they're gonna bear consequences of God because they're not vegan. You right now are passing judgment on somebody and condemning or trying to condemn somebody to what? Veganism? You're telling them they're going to bear consequences of God. You're telling them that they're going to be damned. That's what you're telling them. You're judging people. It says clearly God is the only one that can judge. So why are you on here talking about animals don't run on batteries and you're going to be vegan? You have to be vegan. I don't have to be anything but love my God. My God loves me whether I eat animal or I don't eat animal. And I'm God's angel too. And that God's angels come in all shape, ways, and form. And you can't judge because you're not God. So get out of your head because you're not God. Y'all people have this God complex that y'all could pass judgment and you cannot. Anyway, that's why you're getting ignored. Bye. And you're gonna feel away because I'm not gonna talk to you no more. But anyway, let me finish talking about my story because I don't got time for chump ass, troll ass people that's on my page that think they could pass some judgment and they about to be past judgment. Honey bunny, I hope you're ready for karma because God is about to show you exactly who he is. He's going to show you who God is. He's going to show you that he's the only one that can judge and you are nobody to judge. You're a regular little human being that is only. Do you even believe in God? Are you sure you're worshiping the right God? Because God says the God don't like ugly and only God can judge. So I don't think you praising to the right judge. He gonna show you, not me. Get off my fucking page, you chump ass. You must be bored. And if you really think that you siphoning any energy, because that's exactly what you are. You're a troll thinking you're siphoning any energy and you're really not. This is entertainment. I like talking shit to people like you. So I don't care. You take your vegan ass off my page and I'm going to eat all the fucking meat I want. And on purpose, if you continue to come on my page, I'm going to fucking eat meat in your fucking face. Get off my page, bitch. I got trolls. I'm going to leave this conversation because you're not understanding. The police is going to come knock on your door too. You're going to get a nice little letter or you're going to get blocked. Your account is going to get blocked. That's probably what's going to happen. It ain't even got to be nothing with the police. YouTube is just going to block you. That's basically what is going to happen. God is going to punish those who are sitting there passing judgment on others that they shouldn't be passing judgment on. Go do your research. All of you. You fake ass. Anyway. It's people like you that are so lost is incredible. You're a lost soul. I feel bad for you. I hope you find some healing and I hope you find some truth and clarity in whatever you're searching for because, baby, you're not going to find it here. Or maybe you will find it here. But, sweetheart, stop trying to get on people's, you're lost. I'm not lost. I'm very woke. So stop trying to tell people they need to be vegan. People could be vegan if they want to. They don't have to be. What people are not supposed to be eating is pork. Okay? So get off of my page with your vegan ass, needing some attention because nobody's talking to you. You must not get any attention and you want it here on this page. Well, you know what God wants because you're reading a Bible. You know the Bible is written, right? You know the truth has been taken out of the Bible. There are a lot of lies. So before you start preaching any fucking Bible to me, make sure you're reading the right one. And make sure you have read all the lost books that were taken out the Bible before you come with some God complex and talk about any God, anything to anybody. If you have not read the Apocryphy or the motherfucking lost books of the Bible or the book of Enoch or the Emerald Tablet, then get off my fucking page. Because you obviously the one that's lost. So don't try to fucking be smart with me. Okay, baby? You in your early 20s? You know how old I am, you stupid ass? I'm 20 years older than you. I'm a grown ass woman. You talking to a grown woman that could be your mama. I could be your mother. Jump off my page, you lost child. Talk about you in your 20s. And you talking shit that you don't even know. You need some help, boo. Go read the book of Enoch. Go read the Apocryphy. Go read the lost books of the Bible. Go read the Emerald Tablet. Learn a few things that you don't know, honey, because you obviously in your 20s and you do not know anything. You really do not know anything. You're going to be talking to yourself. Whatever I'm talking about, what you mean? You're not even making no sense. That's none of my business. Boy, you got issues. Anyway, I'm done feeding. I'm done talking to you because you're a troll. And you don't even know what the fuck you talking. First you talk about you a Scorpio moon, be vegan, shut up, you stupid, you a handsome and caring man. You don't even know what you're talking about. Then you sitting there talking about people are gonna bear the consequences of God if they're not vegan. You keep talking about vegan. You don't even know what to say on this channel right now. You just talking shit because you need some fucking attention. Lord, go pray. Go pray to your God. Whoever your God is, that you think is you praying to, go pray to him. Because your input is irrelevant here. I'm laughing at you right now. This is entertainment. You're funny. I feel bad for you. May God have mercy on your soul. Whatever you say is not to be true. Because you don't even know the fucking truth, kid. You're in your 20s. You don't know nothing. You don't know the truth. Who you voted for? I want to see this. Who did you vote for? Who did you vote for? I want to see your answer. I'm just curious. Who is your who did you vote for? You voted for Biden or did you vote for Trump? Why you don't want to answer me? You don't live in America? Oh. So then you definitely lost. So what are you, Muslim? You preaching the Quran to me? Is that what you're doing? You Muslim? You must be. You talking about be vegan, don't eat meat. Then again, not all Muslims are vegans. Well, you said no, I believe in what is that? Let me see. Let me do research on what that is. You don't wear a turban yet. So if you don't live in America, where do you live? I am Googling it. Where you live at? You live in Pakistan, Iran, Yemen, what are you? I can't even pronounce that. Sikhism, Sikh. I can't even pronounce that shit. Singapore, you from Singapore? Region of the Indian subcontinent around the end of the 15th centuries. It is most recently found in major organized faith stands at the fifth largest worldwide. All right, that's not what I want. Vision, the way of the guru. All right. Oh, if you're talking, I'm reading. Oh yeah, you was talking. I was reading, so I don't see you typing. First of all, nobody should disrespect anybody's religion. And religion is, I'm not religious. So this is where you and me differ. I'm spiritual. This is why you and me have differences. I don't follow religion, and my belief is not based on religious fact, because God, Allah, Jah, all is all the same. You whatever you want to, the God of all gods. There's only one, our creator of all creations. So it doesn't matter what religion you're in. Nobody should disrespect anybody's belief system or try to conform someone else into their belief system. Everybody should have a respect for each other's beliefs and what they have faith in. This is what you need to understand. Maybe you need to learn a lesson in my video, watching me and talking to you, because it's because you're sitting there passing judgment. And people who are holy don't pass judgment. We're not supposed to hear and pass judgment upon anybody, no matter what religion, no what faith, what they eat or not. This is maybe a lesson that you need to learn. It doesn't matter what religion background you have. You're not supposed to force anything on anybody, not your religion or your beliefs. So if you do this, and if this is something that you do a lot, maybe this is a lesson that you're supposed to learn. You cannot force your beliefs on people who have different beliefs. It doesn't matter whether they eat animal or not. It doesn't matter what your beliefs are. It doesn't matter what your religion is. As you can see, I live in America and you live in Singapore. You're a religious base. I don't call myself religious. I call myself spiritual. We're two different backgrounds. So we cannot have a debate of there's no right or wrong way of praising God, is what you need to understand. Do you understand? Whether you are vegan or not, because you eat meat, God is going to punish you? No. You believe in God, you have faith in God, you pray to God, you are following his path and purpose, then who are you or anybody else to sit there and tell someone that if you don't become vegan, um you're gonna suffer consequences? That's not, you're not, what you're doing is you're forcing your beliefs on people, and you're not supposed to be doing that.
This is your I'm trying to tell you that this is a lesson that's being put in front of your eyes and you're not trying to see it. I am also connected to God. I'm a spiritual person. You're on my page, so you see what I do. So I am very connected to God. I speak to God. So this is a message to you from God. Stop being a judgmental person and stop pushing and forcing your beliefs on people. Everybody comes and everybody comes in different ways, shapes, and forms. Everybody spreads God's message in all ways, shapes, and forms. Everybody's not going to be a vegan. You are a vegan, right? So you're going to be able to connect to people and bring them on their spiritual path, to those who are interested in being vegan, to those who are vegan. Me, I'm going to help people who vibe with me, who connect with me, who are, saying, are on the same vibe as me. You know what I'm saying? And that's how that works. God, God brings people and has prophets and angels in any person. They could be a crackhead in the street. They could be homeless in the street. They could be a child you meet. It doesn't matter who you come across. So please stop sitting here and trying to force or pass judgment on someone because of your religion background. You know how many religious backgrounds they are. You don't see everybody out here pushing their beliefs on people, saying they're going to be condemned by God because they don't become vegan. You don't do that. This is your lesson coming on my channel. You are, no offense to your religion, because I'm not disrespecting your religion, but you are not here to pass judgment on nobody, and you're not supposed to enforce your belief or religions on anybody. Definitely not sitting there telling them that they're going to suffer any consequences or be condemned to any type of consequences because they don't become vegan. That is your belief, not anybody else's. Stop forcing your belief on people and stop sitting there and trying to condemn people. You're doing witchcraft on people and you don't even know it. You're speaking negative intent on people, subconsciously, and how can I say, unawareingly. You're casting a spell, because spell work is not only people using candles, burning stuff, putting bad intention, and talking about somebody's going to suffer the consequences because they're not following your religious belief system. You said whatever you felt like, but I'm telling you, I'm letting you know the real deal. You're going to damn yourself for trying to push your beliefs on people. I'm here to give you a warning. You on my page, so you know I'm connected. You know I talk to God. You know God talks to me. So if you watching me, you watching me for a reason. And I'm here to give you a message. Stop passing judgment on people because you are not God. You are just a worker of God, or trying to be a worker of God. And if you're trying to be a worker of God and you want to be God's angels don't pass judgment on people, and they don't tell people that they're going to be damned, because you telling me basically I'm going to be damned. You're telling me basically in a nice way that I'm going to go to hell if I don't stop eating meat. That's basically what you're saying. You sound like every person I ever heard on the train and the bus and in the street or where I live in. I'm not going to go. You're going to go to hell for sitting there and try to damn me to hell. Baby, I feel so sorry for you coming on my page, because I am a walking, living karma. And by you sitting here damning me to hell, you just cursed yourself. I just want you to know that. And that's all I got to say to you. You just cursed yourself. Congratulations. I have two cats. I'm not out here killing animals. I live in, you know where I live? I live in New York City. Who's killing animals? I don't got who the fuck wants to kill animals? I don't sacrifice animals. I love animals. Just because I eat chicken or maybe turkey or maybe beef sometimes don't mean I don't love animals. The fuck? I gotta survive. I gotta live. What happens if I have a question for you? What happens if all the plants go bad? What happens if all salad and plants and fruits and vegetables go bad and all you had to eat was meat? You're not gonna eat meat? I'm not in denial. You're in denial. I'm not in denial about anything. So stop trying to come on my fucking channel and fucking be a troll and think you're God, because you're not God. You coming on my page sitting about somebody's gonna suffer consequences because they're not vegan, you sound stupid. You are stupid. You say you're not stupid, but you are stupid. You coming on my channel saying that somebody's going to suffer consequences and bear with them because they're not vegan. Not everybody is supposed to be vegan. Not everybody's body is built to be vegan. We're supposed to be on a healthy path, yes, but stop coming on people's channel and telling them they're going to suffer consequences. They're going to go to hell. You're going to suffer consequences for sitting there damning people. You passing judgment. You need to get off people's pages because I'm probably not the only one that you've done this to. And all you doing is racking up karma, baby. That's probably why you probably don't have a good life. You probably suffering a little bit. I bet. Because I bet you do this a lot. Okay? The only people that you should be passing judgment on, you know who you should be passing judgment on? Rapers, molesters, kidnappers, people who sex traffic, people who beat on women, people who beat on men, people who beat on animals. That's who you should be jumping on and condemning, not somebody who's sitting there and eats meat. If you focus on yourself, then why are you coming on my page talking about somebody's gonna suffer consequences? Then why are you trying to put your belief on somebody? If you were focusing on yourself, then you wouldn't be on somebody's page. Talk about they're gonna suffer some kind of consequences because they're not vegan. Or this whole conversation is just stupid. But I find this entertaining. That's the only reason why I'm talking back to you. Because this is really entertaining. It's interesting the things that's coming out of your mouth. I just wanted to see what you was gonna say, and you did exactly what I knew you were gonna do. You were gonna curse yourself. You were gonna damn yourself. You on here trying to damn me. Talk about God is gonna show me. I'm already connected to God. God is already showing me. So what you telling? What you talking? You're on a freaking a psychic's page. You're on an intuitive person's page. What you telling me that God is not already telling me? Please get off my channel.